The cafe smelled like burnt sugar and damp coats, the kind of place where people lingered even after their cups were empty. Ethan checked his watch again and wondered, not for the first time, why he had agreed to a blind date on a Tuesday night. His sister had insisted he was ready. Ready for companionship, she said. Ready to stop living entirely for his 6-year-old son. Ethan was not convinced. He was a single dad who packed dinosaur-shaped lunches and read bedtime stories with different voices. Dating felt like reopening a chapter he had carefully folded shut. When the door chimed, his eyes lifted out of habit. The woman who stepped inside hesitated just past the entrance. Her coat was open, framing a very visible baby bump. She scanned the room like someone preparing for rejection, then spotted him and walked over with quiet resolve. "Ethan?" she asked. He stood too fast and bumped the table. "Yes. You must be Maya." She smiled, though there was tension behind it. "I know this is unexpected. I should have told you." His first thought surprised him. He wondered if the chair across from him was comfortable enough. His second thought followed quickly. He wondered how often she had seen disappointment on faces like his. They sat. Maya rested her hands protectively over her stomach. "I didn't hide it to trick you," she said softly. "People cancel when they know. I just wanted one evening where I wasn't reduced to a situation." Ethan exhaled. He thought of his son Noah and the night he learned how to braid hair from a video tutorial because Noah wanted a princess costume. He remembered how kindness, even from strangers, had once kept him from breaking apart. "I'm glad you came," he said. Her shoulders lowered, just a little. They ordered tea. Conversation was slow at first, cautious but sincere. Work, favorite books, the comfort of rainy evenings. Ethan noticed how Maya listened as if every word mattered. How her laughter came softly, like it had been rationed. Then she excused herself. When she returned, her face had changed. She sat carefully and pressed her lips together. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I just got a message." Ethan waited. "My water broke." The cafe noise faded. Ethan stood immediately. "Okay," he said. "We're going to the hospital." She stared at him. "You don't have to stay. I can call someone." "You're not calling anyone," he said gently. "You're having a baby." He grabbed her coat, paid the bill, and guided her outside into the misting rain. His hands were steady, though his heart raced. On the drive, he kept talking, filling the silence with stories about Noah's obsession with planets and how he once tried to bring home a rock he believed was from the moon. At the hospital, time blurred. Ethan called his sister to pick up Noah. He fetched ice chips. He stayed when the contractions came fast and sharp. No one questioned his presence. He looked like he belonged there. When the baby cried for the first time, Ethan felt tears rush in before he could stop them. "It's a girl," the nurse said. Maya laughed and cried at once, squeezing his hand. "Thank you for staying." "Of course," he replied, and meant it. Later, when the room quieted and the baby slept, Maya told him everything. The father had disappeared when she told him she was pregnant. She had moved to start over. Tonight had been her last attempt at something normal before motherhood reshaped her entire world. Ethan listened without interrupting. He understood loneliness. He had lived in it. "I don't want you to feel like you owe me anything," he said. This wasn't about obligation. It was just, being human. She studied him carefully. Most people would have walked away. He shrugged. Most people don't know how important staying can be. They exchanged numbers without expectations. No promises. Just honesty. Weeks passed. Messages turned into calls. Calls turned into walks with a stroller and a curious little boy who asked if babies dreamed. Maya named her daughter Lily. Ethan showed her how to install a car seat. Maya taught him how to ask for help without guilt. One afternoon, months later, Ethan invited them for dinner. Noah placed a paper crown on Lily's head with solemn pride. Maya watched from the doorway, eyes shining. "Our blind date was a disaster," she said quietly. "The worst," Ethan agreed. "And somehow," she added, stepping closer, "it changed everything." He took her hand. It felt steady. Right. Like something built slowly and meant to last. Sometimes Ethan thought back to that first moment in the café. About how staying had seemed small, almost automatic. But it had rewritten all their lives. It had not been heroic. It had simply been human. And sometimes, that was enough to begin a family no one planned, but everyone needed.